Choosing between the A4 and the A1-S might seem like a very important and consequential decision to make, since it's the gun that you'll ideally spend half of each game playing with. However, once you remember that you realistically only buy an M4 twice or maybe 3 times per game, since you're just going to frostbite deagle and armor every round like the filthy fucking DMG that you are, you'll realize it's not that important of a decision at all. Now, choosing whether you want to use the A4 or the A1-S is kind of like choosing whether you want to get kicked in the nuts or in the face. Both options suck, but one is still far better than the other. So, how do you choose which rifle you want to get disappointed with until you can pick up an AK or finally switch back to T-side? Well, there's a few criteria you should consider when making your decision. Do you like reloading after every engagement, or do you want to have the option to spray down the entire enemy team in a single magazine? Again, emphasis on this only being an option. If you're an MGE, your spray still looks like when you first wake up in the morning and have to go to the bathroom, and you and I both know a few extra bullets in your magazine aren't going to help. If you don't want to learn a new spray pattern, just use the A4 and spray it like an AK, just smaller. And finally, this is the big one. If you're the kind of guy who downs 5 bottles of vodka before hopping into a game of matchmaking, so basically the average player in Europe, yeah buddy, go for it. The A1-S is a great choice and a totally viable weapon, right? Don't let anyone stop you, buddy, you got this. Otherwise, for the rest of us sober people, get an A4. Like, seriously, what are you doing? Get an A4 and get a job already, stop slacking. Move out of your parents' basement. Get off your phone already and get out of bed, it's 3 PM, what are you doing? I mean, finish watching the video first of course, but what are you doing, come on! Okay, but jokes aside, which one is actually better than the other? I mean, they're pretty comparable, right? No, okay, seriously, just use an A4, no one seriously uses the A1-S, barely even any pros use it. Now, as I hinted at before, the two M4s do have slightly different spray patterns. The M4A4's pattern is pretty comparable to the AK's pattern, just smaller in both the X and the Y axis, while the M4A1-S's pattern is actually, no one knows the A1's pattern because either you're bursting with it as you should, or you're playing in silver and you just hold down mouse 1 hoping you hit something. Alright, so I hear you in the back going, okay Cole, but my teammate dropped me an A1-S when I asked for a drop, what do I do now? Alright, it's actually pretty simple. The first thing you're gonna want to do is call a timeout and gently explain to him to switch to the A4 so this shit doesn't happen to someone else next game. And as for you, yeah, fucked. Just burst with the thing and try to hit something or buy a deagle, I don't know, good luck.